Welcome to Biz Alchemy, a podcast about creating a new business paradigm by women, for women. I'm your alchemical host, Jacquelyn, and I'm going to take you on an extraordinary adventure to create a business filled with ease, fun, spaciousness, and abundance. Hustle, be gone. Let's birth a new way. Hello. I'm doing a little bonus podcast episode this week, and that's because it's the new moon. And I wanted to share this new moon meditation with my newsletter list. And then I thought, well, hang on, there might be people who listen to my podcast who miss out on the joys of being on my newsletter list. So if you don't want to miss out in future, jacquelynatkins.com/newsletter. But anyway, I thought I'll provide it here on the podcast because it's a powerful meditation, and it's a little bit different to probably how you may have done a meditation with the new moon before. This meditation first came through in my Patreon group, which is the receiving channel. Now, every month we do 2 live meditations, and not everyone is live, just whoever can make it, because the recordings go into our group anyway. But I just tune in usually on the day. Okay, what is it that we will be focusing on receiving today? And it usually comes through to me in a message from someone mentions something, or like I just pick up whatever comes to me. Anyway, last month, the meditation happened to fall right at the time of the new moon. So, it was pretty obvious what I was going to do the meditation about. So I created this meditation for the group. Well, when I say created, this is what flowed through live while we were there together. And it's receiving the new moon energies. What is so fascinating about this, what I realized just before we all got together for this call, was that very often with the new moon, we set intentions. Like that's what everyone tells you. New moon, set intentions. So we write our list or we do our little ritual and we set our intentions. Now, the thing is, and the more work I've done around the receiving energy, the clearer this has become. We often are not in an energetic space to receive those intentions. So then we're like, oh, I'm a crap manifester. That didn't happen this month, did it? But it's actually that you are not open to receiving what you are intending. So when I created this meditation for my Patreon group, this is what we focused on. We focused on opening ourselves to receive before we set the intention. And so many of the ladies in the group said they found it incredibly powerful to do it this way. So I've hardly ever shared any of our meditations outside of Patreon because it's created by the group, really, by the energy of the group and for the group. But this one I felt was really important to share beyond the membership. You can use this just in that point prior to the new moon or just into the new moon. I hope that in it I've given enough of an explanation about the silver grid that we work with in the receiving channel. It's a very brief explanation, but it might just help you to understand the concept of what we're doing. And of course, if you would love to have more meditations like this, I think we're up to about 21 that we've created together so far. Join the receiving channel. The Meditator membership is only $14 Australian a month, which I think is about $10.50 US. And you get access to all the meditations that have been created so far, as well as being able to come live or get the replay for the 2 meditations that I do a month. So it's amazing value for everything that you get in there because there is such a great library now. And also, if you'd like a little bit extra, you can get one of the very hard to get places, although I have just opened up a few more just for this week as a special, just to make it available to more people. But I have the Activator tier, which is $44 Australian a month. I think that's about 30 US, but when you go onto Patreon, it gives it in your currency anyway. But this, you get all of what I just explained for the meditators, but every month I record you a personal 10-minute activation. So I actually guide you through, look at your energy body, give you messages about what's being activated for the month and send it to you. And so you can listen to that all over the month until you get your next one. That is actually the most popular tier, and most of the ladies in it stay in it. It's like they don't want to give up their spot because there are limited numbers. I had it limited to 15, but I've just increased it to 20. So there are a few spots available. And the beautiful thing about Patreon, you can join and try it for a month. And if it's not, you think, oh, no, that I don't want to be an activator, I'll just drop down to the meditators. You can do that. Or you can start at the meditator and then decide to go to the activator. You can change it every month. There's actually no commitment at all. That's what I love, that flexibility that comes with Patreon. So if you want to know more about my receiving channel on Patreon, go to patreon.com/Jacquelyn Atkins. I'll put the link in the notes. All of us who are in the receiving channel, we have been through such a powerful journey of opening to receive in ways that we just did not comprehend before becoming a part of this group. And certainly in my life, it is phenomenal. The ways I've received physically, but also in the non-physical. And that's what in this meditation, we actually go into, we sort of split that up as part of the meditation. I mean, it's just been phenomenal, and I'm just feeling so grateful to have this space and this co-creative group as we really go deeper into the vibrational frequency of receiving. So check out my Patreon channel if you'd like to be a part of it. But in the meantime, you now have this meditation here on the podcast that you can listen to every new moon that can support you in receiving. So enjoy this experience. Welcome to this new moon meditation. I'm Jacquelyn. This meditation is designed to open your energy body to actually receive the intentions that you create with the new moon energy. Because very often we set intentions with the energy of the new moon, but energetically we're actually not open to receiving the manifestation of those intentions. Now, before you begin this meditation, it is helpful to have some ideas of what intentions are you setting for this new moon. And we're going to use the power of the silver receiving grid to support us to move deeply into the yin energy that's required for receiving. So begin by getting into a comfortable position. Choose a position where your body feels really open. And then begin by taking your focus down to your feet chakras on the balls of your feet. Open them wide, and through them receive Mother Earth's energy as she flows into your body. This is your main access point for receiving her energy. And as she flows into you, grow down your root system from your feet chakras and take them deep down into the earth. Spread them out wide. Feel that root system holding you, anchoring you. Feel Mother Earth's energy around those roots. She really is holding you through those roots. She's like, I'm not going to let you go. I am here. Take a deep breath in. Receive that breath into your body and release. Take another deep breath in. This time, make sure you're receiving that breath right to your fingertips, right to your toes. Your whole body is filled with the breath. And on the out breath, release out through the feet chakras, releasing your breath down to the earth, and she receives your breath. And on your next in-breath, draw up her energy, and you receive her energy up through your roots, through your body, nurturing every cell of your body. And on the out-breath, release out of your crown, sending your breath up out to the cosmos. And as your breathing returns to its usual rhythm, be aware of that energy you sent up, that it's cycling around, going back down into the earth, coming back up through the earth, through your root system and back through you, passing through and out of your crown again in a continuous cycle, a continuous flow of receiving and giving. Relax your body. Feel yourself open and in a space of surrender. If there's anywhere that feels tense in your body, take your attention there. Breathe into it and relax it so that the energy may flow all the way through you. Now we're going to tap into the silver grid, the receiving grid. For the purpose of this meditation, imagine that the silver grid looks like the tree of life. So just to explain a little about the silver grid. This grid has only recently come back into our consciousness on the earth plane because our frequency of vibration is such that we are ready. Our consciousness is ready to receive in phenomenal ways. So as I said, for this meditation, imagine that the silver grid is a tree of life and it is a part of you. So your body is the trunk of the tree of life. So see it as silver. It's growing up from those roots. So those roots you grew down, see those as silver. They're part of the silver grid. They are the silver grid. They spread right around the earth, through the earth. They bring you everything that you require on the physical plane. And now see through the trunk moving upwards from above your heart. See the branches of the tree of life spreading out. Reaching right up to the cosmos. This is the silver grid up and around you, bringing through the energy of that grid down through your upper chakras into your trunk and bringing you all that you require from the non-physical realms. And feel what's received through these silver branches flowing into a large crystal within your heart. Everything is being channeled through this crystal. And this is where the transformation happens, where the energy is transformed. The silver energy, the receiving energy, is transformed into a vibrational frequency that is perfect for you in this moment to activate your receiving. Now imagine yourself sitting in the darkness at the time of the new moon, where there's no light from the sun being reflected to you. Feel the stillness of that. Be aware of the potential within this void. There is no thing. The yang, the light, is hidden. Now move your attention down to your lower chakras, the chakras where you receive more on the physical plane. You'll go through each of these chakras at your own pace, beginning at the base or root chakra, and then the sacral, and then the solar plexus, and you might even feel to go to the heart as well. Imagine that you're preparing the channels that flow into each chakra to help you receive through that chakra. So see those channels however you wish. You might see actual channels, or you might just focus on each of the chakras and open it up with the breath, imagining that it's opening to receive more. So do it however you feel to, but work through from the base chakra to the sacral to the solar plexus up to the heart at your own pace. Now, at this point, you don't have to be clear on what you want to receive. You are just preparing the garden bed, getting those chakras ready to receive. Once you have the receiving channels activated in the lower chakras, see the silver receiving grid. Bring up the energy from your roots and fill each of those chakras. This is like the fertilizer. This is bringing the activation into the chakra to receive. So this is like putting the fertilizer in before you plant the seeds. So go through each of those lower chakras, seeing them fill with the silver energy. Once you're finished with the lower chakras, move to the upper chakras. Beginning at the crown, make your way down to the third eye, then the throat, and then the heart. As you move through each chakra, open the channels for each of them. And then once you've completed that, fill each of the chakras with the vibrational frequency of the silver energy coming from the grid above you. Just take your time, do it at your own pace. Now you've prepared the garden. You're ready to plant the seeds. You've received in everything that you require. The yin is ready for the yang. Now as you bring your intentions through, you are bringing that little bit of yang energy. Imagine that there's this tiniest little sliver of light emerging just after the new moon. It's just starting to reflect the sun. And that tiny sliver of light is shining down and through the crystal in your heart. And it sends a spark. Direct that spark down towards the lower chakras. And as that spark moves downwards, it's time to start planting your seeds. Think about what seeds you'd like to plant for this month. Begin with the physical things that are part of your intentions. So since we're going to start with the lower chakras and the grid that's around the earth, which is connected with the physical or material things, that's what we'll focus on. So it could be to do with an object, a person, or relationship, something that's happening on the physical plane. So when you think of that intention, of whatever intention you're creating around the physical plane, or there might be more than one, start with one though, and imagine that you're planting the intention. You might plant that intention in all the lower chakras. You might just feel to put it in one chakra or a couple of chakras. Just see where you're drawn. So begin with your first intention and plant it wherever you feel to. And imagine that little spark of light comes from the crystal to activate it. And then engage with your heart chakra as well as your sacral chakra by bringing the emotion around that thing, that intention you're calling in. Whatever that thing is, how will you feel when you have it? Tap into what emotion the manifestation of that intention will give you. The feeling you will get from having that. That's almost like shining a magnifying glass on the light and magnifying it. That's what the emotion or the feeling around an intention does. So that's the planting of that intention complete. So if you have other intentions that you feel are related to the physical plane, repeat that process with each of those. Now let's move up to the higher chakras. You've already opened up those beautiful channels to receive. So is there something in the non-physical that you're really wanting to manifest this month? It could be something like a deeper embodiment of peace within you, or to strengthen your intuition. So think about the non-physical gifts that you'd love to receive over this next moon cycle. Again, take whatever the intention is and plant that seed into whichever chakras you feel drawn to plant it. Then feel the spark come up from the crystal in your heart to activate the seed. And then ground it more by bringing in the feeling that you will have with the manifestation of your intention. So repeat this for any intentions you have related to the non-physical. Now take your focus to your heart chakra. And once more, see your crystals sending that sliver of light through to each of the chakras, feeding those beautiful intentions, illuminating them, bringing them the spark of life. But what is especially important to support this happening is that those receiving channels stay open, so that as your intention comes to life, you're able to receive whatever else it requires, because the manifestation is an ongoing process. Now sit in the energy of those intentions being here right now in your reality. They exist. Sit in that energy for a moment. It's all here now. Really know that this is so. Feel the truth of that through your being. This is the powerful way to flow with the new moon energy. It almost feels like the moon is saying, I've just given you a gift. But this gift can only be received when you understand the importance of receiving as part of the intention setting and manifestation process. So just spend another moment sitting in the darkness of the new moon energy, but being aware of that little spark that's ready to move through you with the new moon. Send gratitude to this beautiful being. Feel the co-creation with her. And now it's time to come back into your body. So take your focus down to your feet chakras and be aware of that earth energy that's flowing up into your body. Allow that energy to awaken your physicality and start to move your body as you feel that energy flow through you. Just take your time. And when you're ready, open your eyes and come back into your space.